Hi, how's everybody this morning? Here I am for part 3 and the final episode of putting together this here weaving whatchamacallit. And I combed from her, put on some earrings. They don't match, but there's one for each ear. I was going through some old jewelry because I was, and I found these two earrings. They don't match, but right. And so anyhow, but I want to show you this. This is where I'm at on my weaving. This is a very simple weaving, but I'm ready now to take it off of the loom, the cardboard loom. And so I hope you all did one along with me. Now we're going to figure out how to take it off, but I'm not real sure at this moment. It's like I'm a little questionable. So I'm questioning myself on this. So now I'm going to turn you down to the showroom floor right here. There. Now, I'm upside down and Emmentai upside down. I wonder if I can flip this to where it's right side upwards. Let me see. Right side upwards. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, and I figured out too, where I was putting the ruler under here and making it stand up, and it wouldn't stay set and kept flopping down. And I thought, well, I got that Artesia triangle ruler, and that works really good because it stays up. And so I've constantly got a shed under there that I can be able to weave. And this was the ruler that I showed and this was Artesia sent me this, and my only payment had to be to take it out of the package, do an unboxing, and I decided that I like it. Now that I know I can use it as a shed stick, I really like it. But anyway, and if you look in the below in the description box, there is even a link to that very ruler. Okay, and I think you get like a discount or something. I'm not real sure. And I'm not real good at advertising that stuff. So anyhow, now this is ready to come off. I went up. I just kept changing the colors a little bit. Got a little loosey goosey right there. Um, so to take this off now. Oh, wait a minute here. I haven't done all this. I still got some string hanging on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna stop it right here. Oh, oh no, I don't. I thought I had a knot right there. I'm just gonna take this and just cut it a shorter piece, and then I'm gonna go under, weave it just a couple of little places. Put that back under there, Elizabeth. Weave it under and over just a couple threads like this, and then I'm going to hide it down underneath there. Put this on a little yarn needle and hide that underneath there. Okay, now what I want to do is I want this to hang on a stick. So here I've got this little dowel rod, and I want it to hang on this little dowel rod. So I'm going to cut these strings all the way across the back. Just like this. And just cut them all off. Just cut them off. Cut them suckers off. There's another one I was watching too that you don't put them on the back. You only have them on the front. But I got to watch that one again to see exactly how that one works. So then I'm going to pull all these out carefully so I can reuse this cardboard again. Got ink under my fingernails. I gotta clip them fingernails. I was playing with ink. Once that gets under your fingernails, it's not good. Okay, so then I'm going to take this off of here, off of the bottoms. All right, now, okay, so I have the whole thing off, and I have these strings up here, and strings down here. I'm going to take I just dropped my stick. Now I'm going to take these strings down here at the bottom ones now, and I'm going to tie them, each in a knot. One to the knot. And then I'm going to take the next string and tie it to that second. So they're all tied. And I'll take one string from this one that I just tied and the next string, and I'm going to tie that. And so then that, but I don't want to pull it, I don't want to pull them too tight because I want to, although I want the knot to be tight, just a double knot is what I'm doing. But I don't want to pull them so tight that it bunches the bottom together. Okay, so we'll get them all tied. Don't hide from these strings. When I pull that tight, I don't pull it real tight because I want it to still lay flat at the bottom. And so, and again, I reiterate that I just show you how I do things, and you all might have even suggestions for me as how I can do this better, or another way of doing it that might make it easier or something. So I always accept ideas and I guess you could call it criticism. I don't know. It's just fine that because I'm in a constant learning. I'm always learning, and I don't think anybody ever knows all there is to learn. I think everybody is open to learning new things or new ways of doing things, and it's all good. And so, see, as soon as you take it off of the loom, it all starts kind of loosening up down here. And so you gotta kind of jiggle it back to where it needs to stay and live. And okay, so I've got all those strings tied together down here. I don't have it bustled together, so all of that is pretty much, now see, I got my strings up here, and I can see how it's a little loosey-goosey here. I'll kind of just hold on to them strings and pull my weaving right down here. So it looks kind of smooth. I think that looks pretty. Now I have, up here, I have these here strings. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want Okay, so I want to just tighten that down like that by pulling these strings. I kind of like that. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do, but that's what I just did. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that one right now. So what, I could just do just like this and hang it just like that. I could do that with that, just hanging just like that. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take these two and tie them in a square knot right there. Okay, then I'm going to take the next two and tie them in the square knot right at the, without pulling too tight, because I don't want to, I want to get, so the square knot is tied at the top, but I don't want to pull it so tight that I make like a gobbledygook there. And the square knot is there, it's tight. That's not going to come untied. There's another word for this type of knot too, but I learned square knot in Girl Scouts, and so that's what it is for me, and that's what I call it. I used to do macrame. It was a square knot, so it's a square knot for me. But somehow lark's head or something, somebody told me one time it was called. I'm not sure. Okay. So with that, then I got these two. And you know what, that was in a square knot. That was just a double knot. Okay, now it's a square knot. And then one more. And that's going to keep those weaves put where I put them. You stay where I put you, you weaves. Okay, now, see? Now, that's all tidied up. All of those, this string here, I'm gonna hide with a needle. So I'll get that down in there. Do I have a needle right handy dandy right here? Handy dandy sugar candy. Where is my little bag? Oh, there it is. Let me get a little needle. I get a yarn needle here. And I'm going to put that yarn needle, which is the front. I guess it doesn't really matter. They both look the same. Okay, so I'm going to get this piece of yarn, that ending of yarn, and I'm going to put it through that yarn needle. That little helper thing there. And then I'm just going to go right on down. Just scoot it right on down. Right there. Pull that through there. And pull the needle off. Now that's inside the weave. And I can cut that very end off of there. Now that's hidden. That's hidden in there. Okay, so now I have, now some of these places I didn't hide. Well, I don't see my knots, but if you did see, I see a knot right here, but that's on the back. Okay, and so now what I want to do is I want to put my stick. Let me see. Now I'm going to take these and I'm going to tie a knot in each one of them, and I want my knots to, I got it on the line of my mat here, and I want to go 2 inches up. So I'll put my knot 2 inches up. There it is. It's a little bit more than 2 inches, so I gotta make sure the next one's a little bit more than 2 inches. And so I want them even. I want my knots to be even as I can get them. And if they're not real even, Stephen, well, hey, it's not the end of the world. Not for me anyway. So then I'm going to go here. Tie that one.
Asshole calling!
Oh, darn it!
Asshole calling! There's an asshole!
You did not hear that. Dang it. That's my son's ringtone. It's not the first time that's happened right when I'm making a video. I need to change his ringtone, I guess. But he's my son. I love him. I love him very much. And that's his ringtone because he is a redneck. I do need to change that because the little kids don't need to hear that one either. Okay. It is a funny ringtone. You'd have to understand our family to understand why we are like we are. I mean to tell you, we are not right. We are not right. And so, anyway, our figures of speech are a little, leave a lot to be desired. I'll call him back. Excuse me, please. Oh my goodness. It sounds okay. What are you up to, Papa?
Well, I thought I'd come by and tell you I was going to make a road run.
Okay, you go make a road run. I'm finishing this last video here. Yes, I love you. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to put the stick in each one of these loops that I just made by tying them knots. Boy, do you see the professionalism in this here video, you guys? Boy, it is just overrunning with professionalism. My whole family is overrun with professionalism. Now, when I look at this and I say, okay, that looks good. It looks good to me anyway. Okay. Now, see, now you could get like really creative and artistic or something with this, but I'm going to just, I don't think I got it very straight at all. Yeah, it's straight enough. So I'm just going to cut, let's See, because I could put maybe beads on here and let the beads hang. You know, I'm going to leave these strings right here for now because I think I might put some beads on these strings. Got that long strings up there. I might go ahead and put beads on there. And then the beads will hang. The beads will hang down and it'll make my wall hanging even a little bit different. Okay? So that's what I'm doing. I'm not going to cut them off because I think I might get a little bit artistic with that. And so then I'm going to just straighten out my little fringes here. And then I'm going to get my ruler and I'm going to get my, no, you know what, I'm going to use this ruler because I think this one is safer. I'm just going to hold it there so I have a straight edge, and then I'll take my rotary cutter I think I need a new blade in my rotary cutter. Okay, ooh, it skipped a few. Yeah, I need a new blade in there, so I'll just tidy them up with the scissor. But that gives me a pretty straight edge for my fringe. Then I'll save all this to go in my stuffing collection. When I make something that needs stuffed, I have stuffing. I've got pretty much too. Now see there? Now with this here like this. And then you know you can take like little somethings. Whew, like little flowers or something. And stitch a little flower on it, you know. Of course that one I wouldn't put up there. But a little flower or a little something. I can't even think of words right now. Just a little pretty something to add to your weaving. That doesn't match either. Why am I worried about things that match? I never worry about that. But gosh, you know what I might do even? I was just thinking that what if I took pony beads? I could maybe take pony beads and put them right down these strings all the way up. Just put beads, pony beads, and then have it all tied right at the top. And I think that would be pretty. That would be a pretty little something to hang on your wall. That's what I'm going to do. I won't do it right now though, but I'll show it in another video. When I start another video, I'll show it. But I think that's what I'm going to do. That's what I think I'm going to do. Okay, that was good. Okay, now my little book, I just had it and it's all buried somewhere. Oh, there it is. So I got to give you a little read. I'll give you a little read, then I'm going to go on. I think it's time for my nap. Okay, we're in Mother's Day mode these days. So what oh, stop it! Oh, sorry, I'll read this very quickly. Okay. I'm sorry, you guys. A mother's love is a haven in the storms of life. There's a storm of life right at the other end of that telephone. I'll call him right back. A mother's love is like an island in life's ocean vast and wide, a peaceful, quiet shelter from a restless rising tide. A mother's love is like a fortress, and we seek protection there when the waves of tribulation seem to drown us in despair. A mother's love, a sanctuary, A mother's love's a sanctuary where our souls can find sweet rest from the struggle and the tension of life's fast and futile quest. A mother's love is like a tower rising far above the crowd, and her smile is like sunshine breaking through a threatening cloud. A mother's love is like a beacon burning bright with faith and prayer, and through the changing scenes of life we can find haven there. For a mother's love is fashioned after God's enduring love. It is endless and unfailing, like the love from heaven above. And this mother loves that son that has been calling me, and I just have to dismiss his phone calls because I'm busy talking to you all. But he calls me 3 or 4 times a day, and so I know it's nothing important. And so, well, it is really important. But I talked to him, and I'll call him back now. Skeeter, if you're watching this, I'll call you right back. People knows your, oh gosh, everybody around the world knows his ringtone. But he's really a good kid. I can't, just because his ringtone says that, that doesn't mean that's what he is. Okay. But I do ask God to watch over you every step you take, every move you make. And I ask him to bring you back to see the next video. I bring you back safe and happy and healthy and humble and all good things. And I'll be here, so you be here. Okay? Be kind. And I love you, and God loves you. And now I'm going to call that boy back. And God bless.